Hi guys, I'm live. I just wanted to do some updates. It's been a while since I felt like just chatting with you guys. Um, I don't know why. I just cold weather maybe, or maybe just working on my process with my music and stuff. And a lot of that's internal, doesn't require or isn't helped by external conversation. But I've made some changes and results and done some progress. So just thought I'd share that. With my music, there's some cool things going on. One of them, I've talked a lot about mastering alternate picking and getting to the point where I really have it, but I don't think I really did that until today, actually. And it wasn't really that great of a deal, really. Once it happened, it was just an acknowledgement that, oh yeah, I did learn alternate picking 30 years ago. And I learned it in 1995, somewhere around this time of year. And now it's 2025, so that's 30 years. So by mathematical statistic, it took me essentially 10 years to do an upstroke to learn, 10 years to learn a downstroke, and 10 years to learn to put them together. So that's not very fast progress, but it is what it took. I finally got that I get alternate picking, but now suddenly I'm thinking of maybe doing more tapping and just whatever comes to me too, you know. And so also with music, I've got a few things that I'm working on and learning. One is the thing I just taught you guys this morning in my lesson / jam in the hippie room. It's just that understanding scales in fourths, diatonic and pentatonic, and scales in fifths, diatonic and pentatonic, and realizing the difference and how to play both of them and how they sound, you know, and that's a cool thing to get. You know, nobody plays in fifths in guitar really, because because the guitar is tuned in fourths with major third, but that's still fourths. So everybody seems to think positionally and think of, you know, playing in fourths. And so pentatonically that involves 2 notes per string, diatonically 3 notes per string. And that seems to be the extent of people's understanding, and seems to be the extent of what people teach or even taught or even read in books. But I think it's cool what I've added is playing in fifths, you have 3 notes per string for pentatonic and 4 notes per string for diatonic. And it's just a different sound, and it's more spread out, and I think it's unique. And that's one thing I'm doing that's I think is unique technically on the guitar lately. And then another thing is I think I have finally gotten certainly more get my head around visualizing all 12 harmonic minor scales. You know, that was the last thing I had to work on in my Mozart theory section of my learning. I had basically broken it down as like this. I had said that you start with a major triad and where that comes from, and then if you put a major triad on 1, 4, and 5, you get 3 major triads, which make a major scale, which then you can play on any of the 12 keys and get all that under your head around all that, and do that. The next step is for minor scales, start with a minor chord on 1, minor chord on 4, and a major chord on 5, and where the minor chord comes from, of course. Is understand that too. And then all those give you a harmonic minor scale, and then play that in all 12 keys and get your head around all 12 harmonic minor scales. And I think I've basically kind of gotten that done, especially the last part was to get my head around all 12 harmonic minor scales. I think I've made good progress in that. So there's that I've done. And that's most of the guitar stuff that that has been progress for me. I'm becoming more smoother, I think, and I don't know. The critics are just going to say whatever they want, and the people that like me are going to say what they like. But I'm just working on my musicianship, put it that way, and it's all good, you know. Anything else that's going on with me? I'd like to maybe discuss. I do like that it's becoming spring, but it doesn't feel like it today. But it is, the weather's warming up, so I like that. And I'm really liking my internet and YouTube stuff. I notice like sometimes changes happen that aren't good, like people are unsubscribed to me on YouTube or whatever, but I'm still going up in views, and views are what pay me. It's the ads from views that actually get me paid. I don't get paid for subscribers anyway, so when something like that happens, I just look at it and go, well, I guess I can let that go and just still be happy and still do me, But then there's other forums like TikTok I'm on, and Instagram, I'm on those too, and it's just fun for me, And it keeps me busy, and I like being shirtless guy walking around town. I like all my fans in town. I really love you guys. Like I've said, like I've said, I've never met a blood relative. I have no family. I've never have. So you guys, my fans and stuff, are my family. So that's cool. And then I wanted to. I just had a thought. Said something to think. Oh yeah, you hear about people being a recovering such and such, and you even hear people with religion saying they're recovering Catholic. Well, I just got over something yesterday. I had been a recovering Protestant, but I think I fully recovered yesterday from being a Protestant. I finally got all the investment that was forced upon me from twice a week of church for 17 years. I finally got it to where I go, I get that that's over. I get that I'm not in church, and I can let all that go. I can not think about that stuff if I don't want to. In other words, school's out. Sunday school's out too. It's funny how society gets you in so many different ways. I mean, they get you to go to school, but then if that doesn't work, or in addition to that working, they send you to church, and they indoctrinate you and brainwash you and blah, 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 whatever those things are. And then most people never recover. Then again, most people don't have ASPI and don't walk around with shirtless guy, but I do. And I did recover from those things. I recovered from having a college and school a while back, but I still hadn't recovered from all that church, and I just recovered from that yesterday. I finally realized that I'm over that trauma. And yet, paradoxically, that also means if I ever wanted or needed or had to be a preacher, I probably could do it, because I took a step back from it. And I did have 17 years of church. I do know the Bible kind of pretty well. So in one sense, you might say school's out, but in another sense, I graduated. So maybe that means I could actually do something with it, but I'm not going to, because I don't believe in that and all that good stuff. Plus, I don't follow it. So I would have no reason or right to be a preacher, or no desire to be a preacher. But if I had to, at least I've completed my mandatory training, at least, maybe, of course not seminary school or anything, but I have spent 17 years in church twice a week. So, but I recovered from that. I'm a recovered Protestant. So, anyway, I'm just doing me, and I don't know. I just wanted to go live and share my thoughts with you guys, and something told me to do it while I was on Old Town Front Street. Screw this. Through waiting till I get to the dirt path I'm on right now. I did it right on Old 10 Front Street. Something told me, "What, are you scared, Jimmie?" No, I went live on Old 10 Front Street too. So now I'm still walking. I'm on my long walk today. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.